Hey guys, this is Lachette from Scarlet Moon Creations, and I am back with my annual objectives video. This is part of my annual video series, which is currently being posted. I've already posted two videos, my annual review and my annual the pre-planning for 2021. You may have seen me go over the annual objectives really quickly, but I wanted to have them separate just in case. That's what I did last. Before I get into my 2021 annual objectives, let's go over my 2020. So, uh, using those five categories I mentioned, I first started out with mental. Read 60 books. I have read 100 books at the time of filming. 101 books at the time of filming. My Goodreads thing says 93, but there was a couple of compilations or not anthologies. Yeah, there's one anthology, but a couple of compilations where I didn't read them in the compilation, so they break up more than that. So there's the Arcanum Unbounded, which I didn't read all at once. I read each story as I got to that section of the Cosmere where I wouldn't spoil myself. That's by Brandon Sanderson. And then the complete collection of Oz, which has three Oz stories in it, and I wound up listening to the audiobooks separately. So that's three, and then the Arcanum Unbounded had at least seven. So I'm definitely over the 100 mark, which was not my plan, but I'm feeling pretty good about that. And December's not over yet, so I might finish a couple more. Next, recipe collection. So I didn't do so well with this. I started out okay with one book July, but I never went back to it, so I need to. Music and reading spreads, I've done them every single month. I'll show you a couple here. The music kind of fell off towards the end of the year, like in fall mostly, just because I wasn't putting in the work, but I really enjoyed the reading spreads. I think I want to add to them, not that that's always a good thing, but it's very helpful to just hold up this instead of having my laptop on my bed and trying to see past the camera and all of that, which was the main focus. So, and then I can see in my bullet journal what I've been doing with my life. The music one didn't always turn out the way I wanted it to. Like, it looks good, but I wanted to really delve into new to me music, even if it's pop, popular artists here in the US. I just, for a good 10 years, was not listening to what I had listened to the previous years of my life. So that was that. But not bad. Study with me videos, none happened. I kind of included them into my bi-weekly vlogs, a few studying things that I did, because I took 2 courses this year. But yeah, those were supposed to be me studying herbal things, and while that was for a little bit, it didn't happen very often. So Miracle Morning, I think mostly the second half of the year that happened, and it's still going. It's not perfect every single morning. I don't hit all of the things I'm supposed to do or I say I'm going to do, and sometimes I just forget, but I have become okay with that. I'm not stressing myself out for not doing them. And junk journaling, only a little bit, not enough. Materia medical course I did complete, and dedication was my word of the year. I don't know that I really fulfilled that, but I think I'll have to think about it a little bit more. Financial, a new job didn't happen. Make $30,000 did not happen. And file and start paying back taxes. Well, the filing has happened. Profit and growth strategies. I didn't do those. And I didn't even realize that was on here. Quarterly restock, yes. And that was very helpful. Investment amount. I believe that was for me figuring out how much I need to invest in my businesses each quarterly at least. Didn't do that. I did, however, since this is really vaguely written, invest in stocks. So does that count? Uh, Relational category. To date, did not. 10 messages a week. Now, this was stressing me out at the beginning of the year. Even before lockdowns and whatnot here in New York City. The dating apps and all, I was frustrated, and then I was like, well, I'm not doing this then. So, yeah. 10 messages a week didn't really happen. 4 family events. No. 2, maybe. Yeah, if I extend to like friends who are like family, 3. But yeah, not really. Not in the way that I was thinking. Visit friends twice a month? Absolutely not. And family the same? Definitely not. Call or text 3 or 4 times a month? No. And munches? Definitely not. So coronavirus decimated that category. The spiritual category, green witchcraft, yes. The Plant Ally Project, I did not as much as I wanted to, and that was tied to the study with me videos. So since I didn't study using the Plant Ally Project very often, I didn't do the study with me videos. There's nothing to film. Essential oil of the month. Yeah, I didn't do that. The grimoire pages, which mostly what I wanted to do were the recipe collection pages. Not very much beyond what I did in One Book July, which I already mentioned. Daily magic, no. Study astrology, no. Memorize rituals. I have to test myself, but with the coronavirus, we did rituals at home, and I definitely have a lot more memorized than I did before now. So there is that. Third degree didn't happen. We could not see each other, my cousin and I, so I did not get elevated to third degree. 1 oracle and 1 tarot card per month. Yes, I did as above, so below with my Black Moon astrology deck and the Line Strider tarot deck, which you see in my Plan With Me and monthly review videos, and readings with new decks. So those were the 2 newest decks at the time of writing this. So yeah, got that accomplished. Physical, last category, exercise. I've been doing a lot more. As a whole, over the total of the year, not very much, but because like for a good 4 or 5 months, like from March to July at least, I wasn't doing anything. It was just a stressful time. And then I felt it. By August, I definitely felt the huge difference. I gained weight. And that's fine and understandable, but that was the lockdown time here in New York City. So yeah, but after that, I've been doing better, going out for walks, and exercising more and more as the year continued progressing towards its end. Meal planning, not too much, but we should probably do more. In November, our gas got turned off because for the whole building because we think there was a leak, and the company that provides gas to us here said the whole system needs to be replaced. So my landlord has been doing that. He gave us some hot plates, some electric hot plates, and that was interesting. A friend of mine gave me her camp stove, which gives me actual fire again. So and then we have a crock pot. So we're forced to do things differently, to plan ahead and that kind of thing. But not as much as I wanted to. And recipes, not too much. Food replacements, I've been doing okay. That was the other thing to help with the exercising. I've been buying different things to keep my energy up before and after exercising specifically. And this would be healthier. Move TV and radio. Okay, so I've done that, but that technically doesn't count for this year. But I'm gonna say it happened. It happened recently, like within the last few days, like Christmas morning. Which was 2 days ago. Donate books didn't happen. No, I did donate a bunch in January, I think. I did 100 books. But I was planning on doing more. And then, yeah, coronavirus came. Fix and repair electronics. No, none of that. Make office space usable. That did happen more than not. So that's good, right? My top 5 were the new job, and let's look at those spreads, which I really liked. So that didn't happen. I did apply for a lot of jobs in the beginning of the year, and then it seemed like not anything was going to get back to me. Anyone was going to get back to me because coronavirus, and then a lot of things didn't seem safe, and I just backed off that completely. To date, obviously that didn't happen. I adjusted my thinking to just getting comfortable with the apps, and I'm still not really. Make $30,000 was the next in the top 5. Did not. I did babysit. The big chunk of that was getting the new job. And next, taxes. So I filed everything I needed to, including 2019. So there's that. The next thing was making a payment plan. So that's not quite complete. The last of the top 5 was green witchcraft. So I did buy seeds for plants. I repotted my aloe vera plants, and that's because there are so many babies. I did the Materia Medica course, and I grew plants and flowers. Things that were not on my list as far as green witchcraft were going to parks, working at the foodway in my favorite park. So green witchcraft was accomplished. So those were my 2020 annual objectives. Let's talk about 2021 here. So let's jump right in. There's not much on this page. I didn't go into as much detail this year, which may or may not be good, but we shall see. So yeah, I used the Your Best Workbook by Lisa Jacobs, where she breaks down your annual objectives into 5 categories. That's physical, spiritual, mental, relational, and financial. So I'm starting with the physical. I want a healthier body, see an allergist, have an exercise routine, get a new GYN, and a new, potentially a new primary care physician. I figured out recently that the one I have, which is new this year, is a nurse practitioner, and that wouldn't bother me, except that we're still trying to figure out what my cough is, so maybe I need to an MD. I don't know. So that's a possibility. Also thinking of cutting down on art supply stuff and getting more space in here, and having the gardening, planting again this year. And my mom and I were talking literally today about hanging plants and that kind of thing. So we shall see. So the spiritual category, I have getting comfortable using magic, getting to 3rd degree in my coven, studying astrology, magic for my home, and magic for me. I don't do a lot of magic. I don't need to do tons anyway, but I would like to do it more. Next is relational. Have more relationships experience, like romantic relationship experience. So continuing to try to date, seeing friends and family, and getting comfortable with dating. Like I said, these are very broad and general, and that's okay. What that means is I'm going by how I feel, with the exception of one category. How I feel is the most important, and I can break down and plan to break down each into details of what I think would accomplish and bring about those feelings, like comfortability. Mental category. We have continue the upward momentum of previous years. To offer safe events in 2021. This is for my health and the health of any potential clients, but also for peace of mind, to be perfectly honest. Journaling, voiceovers for vlogs. Excuse me. More escape rooms. Updating my wardrobe. More knowledgeable about plants. So the updating the wardrobe thing might seem better suited for the physical category, and I guess there's overlap. There's often overlap, but I felt like this fit more mental, as in, making me feel comfortable with myself. Physically, I haven't really updated my wardrobe in a while, and I've started to already. And a lot this in the past couple of months, but more. That means getting rid of things as well as bringing in new stuff. So, last category is financial. A steadier income, financially stable, Excelsior events back up and running, multiple $100 orders per month, marry 10 couples, in good standing with the IRS, all taxes paid, steady client orders, my businesses sticking in people's minds and being known positively, and my stock always being up to date. That also reminds me, I should think of a goal as far as my stocks, as in the stock market. My parents decided as a family we should all invest, and we did. And it's interesting, but I, we should think about the next step. But that was like a group thing. So that, as you can see, that category is the one that's more specific. I started out pretty general with the steadier income and financially stable, but like $100 plus orders per month and marrying 10 couples, those are very specific. Even being in good standing with the IRS, like even though that can be broken down more, that would help with becoming financially stable. So let's talk about my 2021 top five, like 5 things I want to do that will leave me feeling accomplished at the end of 2021 when I do this video again. I was thinking about not doing this, but at the end of the day, it's okay. So, having a debt payment plan, number one. Number two, going on 3 dates. Number three, 10 to 20 new clients and new products. Four, a weekly exercise routine. And five, an up-to-date spreadsheet and book of shadows. So, those are my top 5 goals for 2021. I think also I'll mention, as I did mention this as well. What individual extravagant gift will I reward myself if I achieve my vision for 2021? So I'm divided between new furniture and camera and digital software, like a camera, not my camera phone, and editing software. I currently have free, which is not the greatest. And I would like to be using a separate current camera that I don't have to update anytime soon. So there's that. As far as the new furniture, I mentioned a bed, a new dresser, a new desk, and a bookcase. That's what I'm looking at. So if I didn't mention this in the previous video, but my extravagant gift for 2020 was to buy a BTS concert ticket that costs $100 or more, so not nosebleed seats. I did wind up buying myself a BTS concert ticket, but it's an online concert, and it's not just BTS actually, so. And the concert ticket was not $100 or more, which is fine. I wound up getting myself a bunch of BTS merch too, so that adds to the difference. And the concert may or may not happen with COVID numbers rising again, so we'll see. But yeah, let's go me. I didn't accomplish my top 5 for 2020, but I did okay. So, considering it was 2020, so I rewarded myself, even though unintentionally. Like I did it before I looked back at that. So, those were my annual objectives for the year 2021. I do look back at 2020 objectives. That was interesting, but let me know in the comments down below what you thought, how you're planning for 2021, like what's gonna be different for you as you plan around the coronavirus. And I hope that you have a happy and healthy and nurturing year, because that's my word of the year, nurturing, 2021. I wish you guys all the best. Truly, Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new. I've got at least 2 more videos, probably 3, because I still have to do the flip through for a 2020 bullet journal. So coming up, there is the 2020 setup and the January bullet journal setup. So hit the notification bell so you know when those videos are coming out. And I will see you on the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.